Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Kathie J Show. How are you today? I am Kathie J. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Anytime that we get to chill together, it's like a treat for me, so I hope it is for you as well. Thank you very much for everybody out there that's staying connected with us on social media. Thank you to everybody that's going to the YouTube channel, and thank you to everybody that just goes to the website, KathieJShow.com. Right there, you can catch any of the shows that you might have missed, and you can also grab them and share them. So today's show, I want you to be sharing it, everybody, because today we're talking about Juneteenth. What is it? Why did it start? How can you support it and go and enjoy it? We're going to talk about all of it today. So I brought in the best guy to talk about it. My guest is the community organizer and developer for Juneteenth. He's also known as the Prince of 5 Points. This is Norman Harris. Yay! Thank you for being here, Norman.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you're here.
This is amazing. I'm excited to be here.
I know. I love it. When I
set.
called you, you were like, Kathie J, I know exactly who you are.
No, I knew your voice, right? It was like I got a call from the radio or the cat, and it was like immediately I felt like I knew you.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I feel like I know you because of what you've been doing for the past decade at Juneteenth. Like I had no idea that you were the one behind all of it. So you're a Denver kid, right?
I'm born and raised 5th generation Coloradan, born and raised in Northeast Denver between Park Hill and the East Side. So I just consider myself from Northeast Denver.
Yeah, he was telling me between his cousins and everything, the epicenter of where you are. You're just right there on between Park Hill and 5 Points.
It's like always in the middle.
It's awesome. So Juneteenth, you have been responsible, like I said, for the past decade. But you went there as a kid, or you used to hear your grandpa talk about how big Juneteenth used to be, right?
Yeah, as a kid, I lived it. Right? I was, a young child at the heyday when there were hundreds of thousands of folks coming to 5 Points. It was a 4 or 5 day celebration.
Yes.
And just, some of my earliest memories, one of my buddies, Jermaine, one year we went down in parachute pants, and I had my first rap album. It was What People Do for Money.
Oh.
And my dad would set up a DJ stand outside of our liquor store, and he'd give me my 10-minute set, and so I could play the record. It was a record and instrumental, so I got to play the instrumental and then the actual record, and then he's back to Stevie Wonder. Yeah. And so, one of my best memories was my buddy Jermaine and I were doing our break dancing and got our parachute pants. We bought a cardboard box, and there were some other kids out there.
You went for it, right.
That was,
Kango hats, right, Adidas sweatsuits.
Yeah, I mean, without any particular format, it was just us having a space to express ourselves.
Yes.
Be comfortable.
Yes.
And you can imagine the 80s. It's just I've got this. I feel like this monochromatic,
we see it
memory of it. And
your smile, we see it in your smile. You can tell how happy you are. But when you were a kid, you saw it, and then as you got older, Juneteenth kind of faded for a while.
Yeah,
right?
I think just in general, the investments that we saw happen in Northeast Denver, and just kind of dwindled. We saw urban decay, and so Juneteenth, the celebration, was a reflection of that.
Yeah, and you were like, we have to do a lot. We got to get back into this community because it's been a long road for you rebuilding Juneteenth to get it to where it is today.
It has.
It has. So congratulations for you for that. But when we come back, I want to get into the history of it and more about the triangle of what 5 Points is and why it was, designed and stuff. So when we come back, we're going to be joined by another guest after these break. Kathie J. Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness. Kathie J. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show. Yay! Please welcome my guest to the show. We got the Prince of 5 Points. This is Norman Harris, the community organizer, as well as a reoccurring guest on the Kathie J Show. You know her, everybody. This is Shay J. Yay! Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes, that's right. Well, you're going to be up there hosting the stage, right?
I am again.
Which is so cool. But you know what? I know your love for Juneteenth.
Absolutely.
Every year you give yourself to volunteer and be there. So what I want to know, what I think a lot of people need to know, what is Juneteenth in the first place? I know, but I want everybody to hear it. Right.
That's such a loaded question, right? So I think about the historical point of Juneteenth, and then I think about the celebration of Juneteenth. I'll let Norman talk about the historical point, because I like to stay away from that, right?
Okay, so Norman, what's Juneteenth for?
So Juneteenth celebrates June 19th, 1865. That's the day that General Gordon Granger carried the Song of Freedom along with 2,000 soldiers down to Galveston, Texas, 2 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation by Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863.
Yeah.
So Juneteenth literally is the day that all Americans were free.
And I just got goosebumps from that. Like the fact that 2 years, those people, people died, slaves died and stuff in that 2 years, that the message didn't get, well, the message got there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that owner was just like, nah, blah, 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 blah. So I'm glad that 2,000 people went down and said, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
So yes, but we weren't done. And 5 points is kind of an area that you as a developer, Norman, how it developed with the redlining, and it goes like Downing Street, like it was a warehouse district, right? And African Americans couldn't get housing, so a lot of them went to this district to start living, right?
Right. So what we saw in the United States was a huge migration from south to north of African Americans.
For sure. I'm leaving the South.
I'm out of here.
Bye-bye.
Right, from rural to urban,
Yeah.
and Denver was one of those places. Tons of opportunities, from working in the military to the railroads. But also there was quite a bit of racism institutionalized here, which required or probably pushed folks to only live in one neighborhood, and that was 5 points. But it was sort of the confluence of a bunch of good or maybe perfect variables that got all these folks in one place and required us to start figuring out solutions for our own in 5 points. And so what that looked like were grocery stores, gas stations,
leaders,
clubs, just leaders
right.
figuring out
your
solutions.
culture being built.
Right.
Yeah.
So what harvested was the community that was known as the Harlem of the West.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I love that.
Historic 5 points, absolutely. And you can go down there, everybody, off of Welton. There's a big sign, and you can just read the history of 5 points and all the buildings down there. And so what does it mean to you now that Juneteenth is a federal holiday and has just become a state holiday where now kids will have it in their curriculum? What does that mean to you?
Whoa. I think that I'm excited to see this, right? But I also don't want to lose the fact that one of the big things about Juneteenth is supporting Black businesses.
Yes.
So I don't want this to become so commercial that we are always at the Walmarts and the Targets. I don't want to leave that out, right?
You don't want to become ice cream.
I don't want to become the ice cream.
I got you. You want to remember the whole purpose is support small business, Black business.
Small businesses, support Black business.
Yes, that's
and
right.
And that has been a big landscape of Colorado. When you look at it, we had Olathe Rice, who started out, and this was more of a giving out free things. And then we had Big Al Richardson, who was more about the economic driver. And then we had Norman Harris, who brought the music festival, where we get to celebrate music right here in the city, and then bringing some of the greatest people here to the city. But it's still, Norman has brought it back to the economic space where we're supporting Black businesses.
Yes.
And I don't want us to forget that. So you have to come down to our Juneteenth and celebrate, but also support Black businesses.
She kind of nailed it. I'm sorry, Norman, there's nothing else for you to say.
I'm
All right, don't worry about it. We have more to talk about, everybody. When we come back, we're going to find out what's happening at Juneteenth for all of us to go and enjoy. The vendors, the music, all of it. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. Today we are learning about Juneteenth, everything about it, why we recognize it. Now it is a state and federal holiday. Joining us today we have Shay J, Community Liaison and public speaker, and just all-around wonderful girl. And we also have the Prince of 5 Points, everybody. This is a community organizer and developer for Juneteenth and like the Park Hill and 5 Points area. Norman Harris, everybody. Yay, Norman! Now, before we went to break, I asked her what it means to her that this is now a state holiday, becoming a curriculum in our schools. What does it mean to you, Norman?
Along the same lines, it's a huge milestone that we have.
Yes,
and
it is.
I think what it's starting to do is to open up the educational part of it. What Shay was speaking to was some intentionality in our communities to go and support Black businesses. What if Juneteenth becomes like Support Black Business Day across the United States?
That would be
right?
awesome.
You got
Yes.
Colorado
That's the
Gives
goal.
Day,
Yes.
where we just intentionally start to do these types of things. And so what I'm excited about for it really being a holiday is it gives everyone the space for that reflection. So hopefully Monday, maybe if you weren't too hungover from the night before, you're hanging out with me and Shay at the after party or something. You're like, well, why am I not working?
Yes,
right? Well, what
right, because it's Juneteenth and I have the day off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we
Yes.
hope that, it was Jay was speaking to, maybe you do go buy that mattress, but maybe you actually go down to Brother Jeff's Cultural Center and buy some art that's on the wall.
Yes.
So the intentionality of it is what I'm excited about, and that we do have the opportunity to go reach out to some of these companies and actually get it right. And that's some of the things that we're working on right now
love
with
that.
partnerships with some of our big partners to make sure that they're, really carefully
Yeah,
handling our
no,
culture.
Norman,
Yeah.
I heard you on the phone out there. You are partnering nonstop, phone
Yeah.
call after phone call. He is a beast.
No, he is.
Right, he is. But okay, so let's talk about Juneteenth and what everybody's going to be enjoying.
Yes.
So it starts off with a parade coming
Yeah.
out
Oh
of
my God.
Manual at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Right?
11
11
o'clock,
a.m.
11
Okay.
o'clock,
Okay.
yeah.
And then the parade comes all the way down into 5 Points, and then the big festivities start.
We have, well, let me start. I want
right.
the parade. Well, my grandpa would turn over if he knows
Okay,
I'm
okay,
not
sorry,
talking about
Grandpa,
the parade.
sorry, Grandpa.
Right?
Parade
Okay,
is
so
huge.
there are almost 100 community organizations in our parade this year.
I love that.
And I want to send a big shout out to Shaniqua Jackson
Yay,
Holds it
Shaniqua!
down.
and Stanisha Evans, the Platinum
Yay, Tanisha.
Divas.
Yes.
They walked into the Juneteenth office 12 years ago, and we had all the stuff spread out, and they got our parade in order.
Yes.
And then on top of that, so after the parade comes, and we got 200 plus vendors. Those are community organizations, merchants, retailers, food trucks,
Yeah.
all around, all along Welton. That's more tents than DIA.
No, I love your joke.
can't go
I've
wrong.
heard that. Yeah,
You can't go
every
wrong with
time
that.
he says it, I'm like, he is so right.
No,
he
he
is
is.
so right. Where is the actual Juneteenth event
So
happening?
yeah, you're gonna come down to Park Avenue and Welton.
Uh-huh.
So we are between Park Avenue and Downing Street on Welton.
And you're
Covers
going 20th to 25th, right? You're
We
going
go
all.
about 24th all the way down to 30th.
Oh well,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
6 blocks.
Huge.
It's beautiful. So
Yes.
the big thing is you're going to be at the stage.
I'm gonna be at the main stage. Now, mind you, there's not one stage. That's how huge Juneteenth is. So for those of you who haven't been, Colorado is one of the largest celebrations.
Yes, it is.
And I will be at the main stage hosting for my 4th year. Super excited about this. And when you come to the main stage, be prepared for a party.
Oh no, yeah, the photos and stuff. There's definitely
there's
a party on
photos,
the
there's
stage.
proof, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, be
there's-
prepared.
It's
See?
it's
Oh,
crowd.
yeah, be prepared.
But you have it all day long. There's a crowd. Like you have different artists going all day long on the stage and other stages as well. And look at that crowd.
It's unbelievable.
That was a
People
great
come
year.
to the state and don't believe until they see this. I have people go, I didn't even know there's this many.
I think that was Shay's first. Shay took over Juneteenth, kind of. There was a Shay
was
J
like-
take over. One
I
day I'm
believe
just
you, Norman.
I'm just walking down the street like Shay's hosting Juneteenth. Like, okay, sounds good. I'm dead serious. That's how it
lying,
works.
though. That's the crazy part.
That's how they found. That's
Isn't that
how I
how
found
you
it.
got
Like,
a party
yep,
Juneteenth? You walked in and said, "Let me help you."
Hey, look.
I love
we
this.
do.
I
And
love it
since
too.
then, she's been the main
She's
host
great.
there.
Yes,
so-
she's the big smile
Yeah.
up there. So Norman, tell me about the vendors you got coming. So you said they're sold out. You got 200 people, 200 vendors.
200.
That's
You've always,
unbelievable.
can I just say, I've been coming to Juneteenth for a long time. You always have the best vendors.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
T-shirts, the everything. I got the
Turkey
coolest
legs are
little,
my favorite part.
cool little
not gonna
summer
lie.
dress there
Yeah,
one year.
the
Man, I
summer-
was rocking that thing all summer. But yeah, look at all these vendors. So everything, and you're sold out.
Yes.
And-
We're
and-
oversold.
You're
I'm
oversold.
like trying to make some street down there right now.
Are you really?
We're like trying to maybe take the light rail out. We got to call RTD.
that Norman, like, this is what we wanted. This is what we
Right.
want all these
It's
people.
definitely what we wanted.
But you know, last year we didn't have it, right?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years
No,
ago
we've
you
had-
didn't
yeah.
have Juneteenth. And so this is a big deal. Like, everyone is so excited to come
Yeah.
out and feel it
Yeah.
and be there again and see everybody and eat all that food,
all
the
Norman.
stuff.
Yeah, so what kind of food we got?
Okay, barbecue.
she's
I'm
a cutie
gonna, I'm gonna get yelled at here, but if I had to rank,
Okay. Oh, you better not
You're
rank your
ranking?
vendors.
I'm ranking the official
Oh,
ranking.
jeez.
Look,
Okay.
even my
Official
producer,
ranking.
even my producer Mary the Greek is like,
official
don't rank
ranking.
them.
Right.
Okay, go for it.
Barbecue. I want you to go look for Charlie's smoked meats.
I'm down.
Ooh, smoked
Okay,
is the
or
best.
I want you to look for Big G.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Classic
Barbecue.
one.
Big girl, I can remember it.
Tacos, Chivy's Tacos.
Uh-huh.
And then Reggae Pot Express.
What is that?
It
You got
is-
her attention.
Yeah,
What is
right.
that?
Reggae Pot Express, they're out of Colorado Springs. And it's just the most authentic Caribbean
Caribbean
food.
food?
Like
Yeah.
Jamaican food,
Yeah,
or
I mean,
Oh, yeah, they're gonna have oxtails.
Oxtails, yeah, oxtails.
Get some water with
Get the
that.
triple oxtails.
Okay, so we got good vendors. We
yeah.
got good
Shea butter.
music. What?
Shea butter.
Shea butter will be
We
there.
have, so, you might go to, I don't know where you shop. I don't use lotion. I use shea butter. That's what
Okay, yeah.
I'm probably shining right now,
I use
right?
cocoa butter. Yeah, so I get it.
So, you go to our
I used to go to the
other
Cafe
stores, and it's like, it's water. We got the shea butter straight from the motherland.
He's got the
So,
good stuff,
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
That's what he's saying.
It
He's got
comes
the
in a,
you want some shea butter? I got it right here.
genuine and authentic. I'm going to talk about my brother Jerome, Trends of Africa,
Okay.
Antics. There's so many local brands.
Yes.
Be Fresh.
So many
are
local
some of-
brands.
Yeah, just hundreds of local brands where you're not gonna find this on Amazon.
Like she said, it's your chance to support black businesses, everybody. So Norman and Shay J are going to talk to us more when we come back about developing the community
Yes.
and that connection to Park Hill. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show. Now that we're all starving to death, thanks a lot, Norman. Today we've been learning about the big Denver Juneteenth celebration, all the fun festivities that are going to be happening in 5 Points this weekend, everybody. Everybody is welcome. Please come and enjoy all of the beautiful things that happen at 5 Points, the culture, the music, the dancing, the vendors, all of it. And you know what? So here's the thing. You can get it at JuneteenthMusicFestival.com, any of the information, but Community Liaison Shay J is here. She'll be hosting on the main stage, the music stage, everybody. But the organizer for Juneteenth for the past decade has been Norman Harris. Yay, Norman! And Norman has pulled it from when it had some bad years. You have invested your personal life into making sure that Juneteenth succeeds. And part of that is also the development of the area. It's the development of the culture and the community. So explain what you're doing here with Park Hill and 5 Points.
Yeah, I think if you look at some neighborhoods across the city, art and culture are one of those first things that get planted that give folks the ability to come and participate in community in ways that they can't because they don't live in a neighborhood. And so when we started organizing Juneteenth in 2012, it was post everyone getting displaced out of 5 Points. And we really looked at the celebration as being a cultural anchor. And what that meant was that you've definitely got to have those genuine, authentic parts that make it really special.
Yes.
And so what that helped us understand that along with bringing those pieces, the music was really the connector that brought us together and created this amazing vibration that folks just want to gravitate to. It's a very cool, probably distinct formula that I think that we're working on perfecting.
Yeah, it's a win for sure, right?
Absolutely.
So through my travels, I consider myself a community organizer. I've been doing this, for my entire life, bringing people together. We were doing it now with with this vibration. What happens when we start doing it at a level of we're actually building places for this to happen in?
Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go.
So, if we start with the fact that we're starting with the community first.
Yes.
Right? We get Shay, we get Big J, we get the Brother Jeffs, and those are the folks
Yes.
we're bringing to the table.
The foundation.
Right?
Right.
Now, let's do it on a real estate perspective.
Okay.
Because once we have a place,
Yeah.
right, an office that I can sit in, and then maybe there might be an accountant there
Yeah.
that I can maybe
Pay.
or maybe that accountant supports me, Shay,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
all this stuff. It's all in a place.
Yeah. Starts to
Right?
build.
Those are resources that our community needs from a business standpoint
Agreed.
to create the type of runways that we need for success.
Okay.
What we're doing now, I'm a co-owner and a co-developer in
Right.
the Park Hill Golf Course.
Yes.
Or the former Park Hill Golf Course. And that's a neighborhood that I grew up in that has a tremendous amount of disparities. And I'm one of, I feel great that I've, been able to achieve some of the successes
Yeah,
that
no,
I have.
it's
But-
been wonderful, yeah.
But I think there are thousands of other Norman Harrises
Yes.
in Northeast Denver.
Okay,
Wow.
so
Thousands.
I
That's
agree with you.
leadership.
I agree
That's
with you, and that's so
leadership.
true.
That's leadership.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time.
That's leadership.
I know, but
So just let me get this in.
Okay, you
so
got like
what,
30
what you see at
seconds.
Juneteenth is a microcosm. I say if we're doing this at a scale of 100, when we get working on the Park Hill Golf Course, it's going to be at 100,000.
I love
Okay,
that.
and I want the opportunity to come back on this show and talk about this.
I can't wait to have you back. Yes, I can't wait. Can she come too?
Yeah, of course.
This is great. We love it
Okay,
here.
so
We love it here.
Wait, I want in on this.
Oh, you do?
All right. All right. So there's so many wonderful events in our communities having this weekend, everybody. But I'm telling you, find your way to Juneteenth and support Black businesses, support everybody there. JuneteenthMusicFestival.com. Thank you so much, Norman Harris. Thank you so much to Shay J.
Yes.
Everybody, enjoy yourself and stay hydrated this weekend.
Stay hydrated. We'll see you
Woo!
there.